Last minute update. Are you ready to find out what's going on with D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, and Jarred Vanderbilt? Stay tuned because leaked values could change everything. Get ready for the latest news that will surprise you. And let's move on to today's news. But first, just check if you're already subscribed to the channel, because the next videos will be a series of content that will help you stay informed about everything related to the Lakers. Turn on the notification bell and select the all option. Once that's done, we'll send you everything last minute that comes out of the Lakers behind the scenes. Lakers fans, we have a goal of likes to reach this video of 100 likes. In the last video, we reached the goal in less than an hour. Prove that you are Lakers fans and leave a like so we can reach this goal soon. What's up, guys? Let's talk about the Lakers. What everyone is discussing is whether they are going to change the team, make a change, or make some big change. A lot of people are curious about this. So far, however, there has been no change, not even a small one. You know how it is. To negotiate, you need two teams that agree, right? And it looks like the Lakers are having trouble finding a partner. Even LeBron commented on this, and he doesn't expect much, so you can see that it's complicated for them to close a deal. LeBron mentioned this, and there's a quick video of him saying, "Rich Paul told me that before you signed this deal, you would be willing to take a pay cut to sign a key player. But look what's happening now. We have Klay Thompson going to the Dallas Mavericks and DeMar DeRozan to the Sacramento Kings. What do you think will happen?" Sometimes our management and coaches try to bring in the right guys, but everything doesn't always fall into place as planned. Look, it's part of the game. As LeBron said, it takes two to tango. But it's a shame the Lakers still haven't found someone to trade. I think they'll get it eventually, or who knows, we'll end up giving in and making a switch later on. But the thing is, they haven't been able to find an interested team until now. According to reports, some of their players are not highly valued by other teams. Jovan Buha said that players like D'Angelo Russell, Jarred Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and Rui Hachimura have a low or even negative market value across the league. All of these guys signed extensions last summer, but it appears the Lakers were ready to trade them. According to Jovan Buha, they tried to negotiate with teams like Portland, Brooklyn, Utah, Toronto, and Orlando, but it didn't happen with any of them. But look, the problem is that other teams simply aren't interested in their players, or at least don't think they're worth much in return. So, what do you think the Lakers should do? Are these players really that undervalued, or is it just another case of other teams not wanting to help the Lakers? So, without further ado, let's get straight to the point. The Lakers are eyeing a trade, but they need to find a team willing to trade with them. I understand their decision to be patient. After all, this isn't like playing NBA 2K where you can just press a button and make the switch happen. Both teams must agree. I think some fans forget that part. But even with all that said, I'm not entirely convinced that these players don't have trade value. Especially some of them. Perhaps if the Lakers are patient enough, the situation can change. Now, I know this may not be what you expect to hear, but it may be the best plan for them at this time. And I think that's especially true for one of their players. But let's start by talking about the obvious, Gabe Vincent. We can all agree that it is not highly valued in the market. You can't blame a team for seeing him like this, considering he barely played last season. He only appeared in 11 games, and 5 were in the playoffs. Even when he was playing, it wasn't like the 2023 NBA playoffs, where he scored nearly 13 points per game, dished out 3.5 assists, and made about 38% of his three-point shots. Not to mention he defended very well too. But last season he failed to repeat that. You can't expect him to stand out with so little playing time. He ended up scoring just 3.1 points per game and shooting just 10.7% from three. It's not very good. And since he is no longer young for a team that is rebuilding, it doesn't make sense for another team to want to trade something valuable for him. What about Jarred Vanderbilt? He had to deal with a few injuries last season, but when he was fit, he really showed his worth. Furthermore, he is still young, only 25 years old now. Therefore, it would be unfair to say that it has no market value. He's making $12 million a year, which isn't much for an elite defender like him. And if he continues to evolve his offensive game, this could increase his value even more. However, it is clear that he needs to continue proving that he is worthy of this contract and showing his potential on the court. While he struggles to stay on the court and has only managed to appear in 29 games total, I truly believe it would be more advantageous for the team to keep him rather than look for a trade. It brings significant value that goes beyond what we could achieve in a negotiation, especially considering he's a solid defender, grabbing an average of 11 rebounds every 36 minutes. If other teams are not interested in this type of player, I think we should value him and keep him with us. I think the Lakers should think so too. He can make a big difference when healthy, even if he is a bit limited on offense. There are few players who can have the impact he has on defense. At least I hope they keep investing in it. Look, there was another winged player who talked a lot, Rui Hachimura. He got a lot of attention around the league after that playoff run last year. He scored about 12.2 points per game with incredible shooting, over 55% shooting overall, and almost 50% from three-point range. For a little while, he even had the best three-point percentage in the NBA playoffs. You can understand why he was so valued at that time. But look, in the regular season he also did well, scoring almost 14 points per game. He continued with that precision in his shots, breaking personal records both overall and from 3 points. I think this ended up being forgotten, right? On the other hand, he ended up being exposed when they placed him alongside Vanderbilt, which made him play a role that he didn't adapt to very well. This became very clear when they put him back in the starting lineup. He did well in attack, but had problems in defense. He didn't have the speed necessary to guard players from the wings, and he also wasn't very smart to keep up with guys shooting three-pointers. It was difficult to find an ideal position for him. Now, with him making between 17 and 18 million per year for the next 2 years, you can understand why he doesn't have that much market value right now. I don't agree that he is seen as having no commercial value, but I do agree that his exchange value is limited. I mean, nowadays the three-point shot is super valuable in the NBA. There's no denying that a guy who hits 42% of his three-point shots has value. I think it would be more a case of another team not wanting to trade with him. Ultimately, I think he would be used more in trades because of his contract than because of the value he brings to the game. I would be willing to trade him, but I wouldn't want to do it with a team that doesn't value his skills. Therefore, it would not be likely to get something really good in return this way. And now, let's talk about D'Angelo Russell. He has been a difficult figure for the Lakers, despite showing an improvement in his three-point shooting ability over his 3.2-year career, and is still only 28 years old. But truthfully, D'Angelo is seen as having little to no trade value. It's difficult to count on him in decisive moments, as he can be unpredictable at the end of games and sometimes disappears completely in the playoffs. I like D'Angelo, but I have to be honest about this. You might be wondering why the Lakers can't trade D'Angelo Russell, or at least get something good in return for him. Well, it's because he can be unpredictable at crucial moments in games, especially in the playoffs. But that could change closer to the trade deadline. Despite not being highly valued currently, his contract is almost up. This means the Lakers could use his $19 million salary to trade for a very good player. They could benefit from his regular season production while trading for someone who can make a difference. I think this could be a good strategy for them. Hey guys, let's talk about the value of Lakers players, especially D'Angelo Russell and Jarred Vanderbilt. What do you think about them? Leave your opinions in the comments below. Thank you for watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the next content. Access now our playlist that will appear on the screen or in the pinned comment with all the latest news from the Lakers. And stay tuned behind the scenes, highlights, last-minute controversies, transfers, everything about the Los Angeles Lakers team. Until the next video.